Hello everybody, welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey on this beautiful All Hallows Eve. I'm so excited. Yes, I'm going to be posting what the reading specials are up on my IG. I have just been soaking in the outdoors and the sun since I woke up. I just went outside with my coffee and I did little to nothing but sit there and listen and just drink in the sounds of the birds and the cats and the dogs and talk about, I'm laughing so loud in my own yard because some dog has this very strange howl. It sounds fake. It sounds like it's like an automated thing. And the dog's going and going. And then I hear this little voice of like a 5-year-old, shut the hell up. And I was just dying laughing because the neighborhood kid had just had enough of this dog. I mean, it was howling and howling. It was wild, but just listening to everything was so nice. So you guys, also over on my IG, I'll be posting whatever reading specials I'm doing for Halloween, because I am going to be doing some readings later on tonight and tomorrow night, because the energy is wonderful. The thinning of the veil, everything is very crisp, and things that previously may have been elusive just show up really beautifully, which brings us to healer. I want you to ask yourself immediately, what was the first thing you did when you woke up today? Did you pressurize yourself thinking I have to go get candy, I have to feed the animals, I have to do yada yada yada? Or did you take in a deep breath and say, wow, thanks universe for my life and my family and my home and my neighborhood and my country, and the fact that you can bring peace into your heart and grounding and relaxation. And I was literally just guided, just get your ass outside, do nothing else but grab your coffee and go outside, because I knew I wanted to just kind of go on this comfort carousel and, grab my coffee, jump in bed, start scrolling, looking at posts, all this. I was like, go outside, just be outside, getting a nice, beautiful rhythm for the day. And it's odd that once I go outside, I literally do not want to go back in my house. I don't want to go into any kind of building. I would just want to stay outside. And it is like 60 degrees, beautiful slight breeze, warm as anything. It's amazing. And this healer means to me that we can reach for the things that bring us those gifts, that relaxation, that groundedness, that centeredness, that my shoulders are relaxed, my face is relaxed, my jaw, my back, my body, all of that. So ask yourself today, what are you planning on putting in your body? You got this beautiful, wonderful body. Now are you and like, I'm one to talk, I swear, yesterday, but weirdly enough, I didn't touch the majority of the things. I was shopping with Ian, and for some reason I had that, it wasn't so much lack mentality, but it was like hoarding, like get everything in case you don't want to come back to the grocery store. So I was grabbing everything. And in that moment that I noticed that heightened sense of acquire, it wasn't great healthy things. I wasn't grabbing me some, oatmeal and quinoa. I was grabbing Cheetos and I was grabbing all this stuff. And I took a deep breath and I was like, okay, so basically this is the highest sodium you can get, the highest sugar content. Like, what is going on? And I just took a pause and I was like, all right, grab my oatmeal and the other things that were necessary. Because I do feel that when we put things that grow out of the ground and pulled off trees like apples, etc., all these things, nuts, seeds, berries, we operate better on natural substances. So it can start with what we ingest, right? For me, it's what I watch too. Like, for a while I was on this crazy murder bender of all these murderers, because they kept showing up, and I don't know if it's a Halloween thing, and I was like, oh, that's not good for my psyche, that's not good for me to relax. But it's fascinating. The human mind fascinates me, and people that go off this super deep end, it's fascinating, but to a degree. So what are you watching? Also, what are you paying attention to? Whatever we're giving the most attention to, we're watering, basically, right? We're watering that tree. So is it the tree of hope and life and inspiration and creativity, or is it the tree of fear, regret, and all of that? So where are you putting your watering can? That's a lot too. Yesterday, I think this card is so amazing because as Ian and I were driving through, and I call it Crow Alley, it's amazing. There are a gazillion crows at the park yesterday and by the gym. I think there might be construction there, so the crows like whatever food or refuse is there. Just hundreds of them, and I just feel like I love it. It's like I love Crow Alley. Look for familiars. You're going to find, you feel home, taking a walk, and there's this dog, there's this cat, there's this bird, things around me, butterflies, white butterflies, all these things. I feel like this time when the veil's thinning, our beautiful guides bring us wonderful little, buddies to hang out with. For me, definitely this morning, I had all the critters out there. It was wonderful. For me, it was a squirrel that was super loud. He almost sounded like he was yelling or like squirrel rapping. It was like this kind of cadence of da 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 da, and it drew my attention. He was sitting on my fence, and he's just staring at me, and I'm like, oh, I wish I spoke squirrel. What is happening? But I just sat and listened. It was just so beautiful. And this brings us to wish. Let's use and utilize this beautiful time to ask our spirit guides, our ancestors, and everybody for help, healing, groundedness, calmness, to move forward furtively and peacefully. And for me, my whole sense is I love to just feel grounded and centered, because then a beautiful wellspring of contentment surrounds me, and then I make really good choices. And it's nothing Four of Cups or Five of Wands or anything like that. It is Ace of Cups. I feel warm and centered and loving and appreciative. Therefore, I feel generous and just, heavenly, that type of energy. So ask the universe, whatever it is, for clarity. Yesterday, I just had the funnest time with Ian when we were tooling around getting groceries. It was so fun because he's like, oh, go pop into the store. I think Powerball is like $1 gazillion million. I'm like, yay, I love $1 gazillion million. Right away, it's so funny. My mind went to, oh my God, I'm going to send this amount to the Ukraine. I'm going to do this for Florida relief. Every relative friend I know is set for life, because it is a ridiculous amount. It's $400+ billion or million billion? No, is it billion? 400 million? 400? Yeah, it can't be 400 billion. I don't know. It's so ridiculous after that, right? It's over 400 million, whatever. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm all excited. And then I get in the car and he starts with, well, because he is a logical Capricorn. I'm a Sagittarius. I'm giving it to everybody. Everybody's going to. I can't even tell you how many community centers I'd be opening. I would be so stoked. And he's like, no, first of all, you don't touch the capital. Okay. So after taxes, it's going to be 200. Like, he knew to the penny. I'm like, what did you bust out your calculator? He's like, it'd be 247 million. And he's like, and you can't touch the capital. You have to put it all in. And that would bring you $19.5 million a year. Like, he's a total mathematician. And he's like, so this is what you invest in, this is what you do. And I'm like, I'm sitting there, I'm just nodding my head. I'm like, yeah, sure. Meanwhile, my calculations are entirely different and my notions are different. And it was so fun to just, I was like, oh man, I am going to be living out like in Wyoming, and I am going to have a place in the south of France, and they're going to be huge, and all my friends and everybody I know is going to come. All this stuff was so fun to just live in that land. And oftentimes I will do that if I feel pressurized or reality is a little too pressing. I'll do that. I will think, ooh, what kind of property do I want to place myself on right now? Usually it's like in a really cozy, like Adirondack swing, like near Lake Como or something, just looking at a lake, a body of water, so peaceful. And just all of that, like pretend land was so wonderful, but it was also saying to the universe, these are our wishes. Regardless of winning anything or whatever, you can have these things. You can be in these places. You can take a train to Wyoming. You can go to Lake Como, save, be resourceful, and you can go to these places. You don't have to own a chateau there, but these places will still exist. And that just wishing got me in the best mood. But tell the universe what you want. Whatever job, education, person, place, or thing that it is, send it out into the universe right now, because that brings us to power. And I love the witch's hat. You do have innate power. Your voice has power. Your wishes have power. Your intentions have power. So this is a great time to also affirm your intentions. My intentions are to give up A, B, and C, to move towards A, B, and C, to, a creative endeavor, whatever it is. It's like really elucidate everything in your mind and get that crystalline picture. And it can be multiple things, but send it out to the universe and just release it. See how happy it feels, all those endorphins and dopamine just popping around your head with the excitement of what is to come, especially and mostly when you believe it is coming your way. And then having gratitude and living in that gratitude. Ooh, when I'm sitting on this swing on Lake Como looking at this and that, whatever it is. And it is such a wonderful thing because it's transportative, but it also gives you a vision, what you want, affirming what you want to bring into your life, which is so wonderful. So love and light, everybody. That is what you are meant to hear today. I hope you guys have a great All Hallows Eve, and send me any pictures of anything that is going on with your costumes. I'm dying to see. I just love it, love it, love it. Love and light.